Here's the thing. If you're one of these people who you have had a problem with me for years because I bitched about MSU for years and I'm ungrateful and, what about Mark and what he did? Listen, you can just crawl real close, get real close, put your nose right next to my ass crack and take a big whiff, all right? And then you can pucker up and kiss it. Because I've warned about this for years, and now we're here. Now Mark has torn this thing completely down. It's not losing to Wisconsin that is the biggest bother. Wisconsin's a really good football team. But you put Ohio State and Wisconsin together, and you lost 72-10. 10 points in one game, shut out in another, and really it's embarrassing. And I kind of look at what happened to the Cowboys yesterday as maybe it's a reality check for Jerry Jones. Like, I think it's the first time in Jerry Jones' life he's considered firing Jason Garrett, or as NFL people affectionately call him, the clapper. I think yesterday for the Cowboys, Jerry Jones has always had death, taxes, and Jason Garrett. That Jason Garrett was going to be there and be his guy, and it would all work out. But yesterday was different. The post-game comment was different. The reports out of Dallas are different. Jason Garrett is in peril. If he loses to the Eagles on Sunday Night Football, he's losing his job. I'll bet you any amount of money you want. I think Spartan fans, even the idiot ones, the lemmings, the people who just believe it's all right, it's all sunshine, and Mark urinates champagne, I think they have even had their eyes opened a little bit. 3 games against ranked opponents this year, we've scored a grand total of 17 points. Mark put all his chips in the middle of the table, reshuffled the deck. It's not working. It's not working. And the statistics don't even tell how bad it is because they're puffed up by one ridiculously good game against Western Michigan, which is arguably a bottom 5 defense in this country. You don't believe me? Go look at Western's scores. They gave up 60 to Syracuse. So here we are. I think Spartan fans are now getting to a point where they recognize, okay, we have a problem here. And only the biggest ding-a-lings in the bunch are going, I still believe in Mark, and he deserves all the time. I can't communicate with those people. And I don't want to. If it were up to me, those people would be deported. Like, we would just get rid of those people because you don't think rationally. You're convincing yourself of what you want to believe is true. You want to believe that Mark is committed for the next 5, 6, 7 years, that Mark will see the error of his ways, and he will blow out the offensive staff, and we will start another great run of Spartan football. That's not happening. That you're living in a fantasy land. Mark is going to be 65 by the time the season starts next year. And Mark, this is where I get very vindictive about it. Mark has put this program in this spot, not for the decisions he did or didn't make this past summer. Not even for the decisions he made the summer before that. Or maybe the summer before that. The writing was on the wall the summer, the months following 2016's disaster. And he didn't make the call. And then 10-3, but the offense was 92nd in the country, and he didn't make the call. And then last year, and he didn't make the call. The program is now, to me, in complete disrepair. They're not identifying talent. They're not developing talent. The decisions he refused to make have compounded upon each other, and really MSU's right back to being a 7-5, 6-6 football program, year in, year out. And no, I'm not going to sit here and juxtapose it to other coaching staffs, and it doesn't need to be. MSU for basically my whole life was a 6-6, 7-5 program, and if you take it down to the old 11-game schedule, a 6-5, 5-6, maybe 7-4 program with a bowl game, right? Mark's taking it right back to that. And to me, it's over. Now, I told you before they played OSU. I don't think they have the constitution, and I know they don't have the depth to go up to Wisconsin a week later and beat that team, that they could get blown out in that game. And they did. But the problem is you have an offense that looks like they don't believe in anything that's going on. They don't have a ton of talent. The quarterback is busted. And that sideline report with Rick Pizzo, where he said Don Treadwell was talking to his receivers and asking them, what kind of coverage are you seeing out there? And the receivers are shrugging their shoulders and quiet. I'm going, oh, boy, really? We've reached that phase? Look, bye week or not, I don't expect them to come out and do anything against Penn State. I don't really care at that point what they do against Michigan beyond my own little vengeful spite of U of M. Overall, the season's a joke. Beating Michigan and going to the Fleabag Bowl, this ain't 1995. That doesn't work. I just think it's clear the trajectory of the program is down. And Mark's response to questions after the game, it's silly. It really is. You know what? I don't think it's a dumbass question. I'm not saying it's the best, but I don't think it's unfounded. And I don't think asking the question 7 weeks into the season is premature. I don't. Mark, your offense blows. And the only thing that's consistent about it is you keep signing the paychecks for your friends. Like, that's just where we're at. And by the way, your friends are the primary recruiters of a lot of these kids who, wait for it, can't play. So the whole thing smells. And those of you who say, well, give Mark time to make the changes necessary, I have. I gave him 2016. I gave him 2017. And I gave him 2018. And you know what Mark said? F you. Well, now I don't really think he deserves time for anything other than packing his stuff. And how he chooses to do that is up to him. But again, that's my world. The real world? We have an athletic director who probably has to ask permission to go to the bathroom. We have a president nobody knows anything about. And we have a school that, frankly, never has prioritized football the way they need to. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't really care. I can just tell you that for me and many people around me, that game Saturday, I was ready to turn it off in the second quarter. There was no emotional spend to it because it's crap. It's total garbage. It's a garbage product. We're letting quarterbacks complete 9, 10, 11, 12 passes in a row, and you want to sell me that Mike Tressel is some messiah? We got an offense that can't get a first down until 4 minutes left in the first half. It's garbage. That's just not a product. Forget about paying for it. That's not a product I even want to dedicate my time to. So it's just kind of right back to where it started. And whether the school makes a change or not, I don't make that call. I'm not asking for the man to be fired midseason or embarrassed in any way, shape, or form, but I think Mark's done a lot to embarrass himself here lately, and it's sad. But would I like Mark to have the self-awareness during the bye week to go out and announce that this will be his last season? And he wants MSU to get a jump on hiring a coach? And he wants to give that next coach a chance to get busy recruiting? Kind of have the Ohio State transition where they name Ryan Day and, Urban's on the way out, but Day's out and they're ready to go. Okay. I mean, there have been other transitions where the new coach gets on the trail and the current staff finishes it out with class and dignity the right way. Yeah, I'd love to see that. I don't know if any of that's happening because Mark doesn't sound like a guy who's anything but defiant. So, look, for me, it's taken my football program away and it's made it something that I just can't care about because I think it's a dishonest product and I think it's a substandard product. So, I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. But I'm wondering if you as Spartan fans realize for the first time that it's over and that Mark's got to go. The way Jerry Jones realizes that Jason Garrett has got to go. 248-539-9797. We start there. We get to the Lions in 30 minutes.